Greetings, humble boys, girls, and of course, gifted animals. How are you today? I'm doing well. A little bit casual. That's okay, though. I do appreciate you asking. This is, of course, your humblest and spiciest of uncles, reporting live, albeit a bit late for this. I'm usually on top of this, but Easter weekend had your uncle in a tizzy. So, anyway, we're back at it again, of course. I hope you had a great, wonderful Easter. Um, you know, God bless to everybody. Anyway, we're doing something from Little Caesars. It is a deep, deep dish, and of course, they added something to it and raised the price. And this time, it is cheese. Make it a stuffed crust deep dish pizza. So I'm curious about how it all turned out, of course. That's annoying, obviously. Why does that always happen? Anyway, this is again, it was $10. I don't even think I said that, so I don't even know why I said it again. It's $10, which, yeah, it's a little bit more expensive than their deep, deep dish, which is $8. The problem with this is that, well, the closest Little Caesars is actually in a Kmart. And let me tell you, this was supposed to be, I think, like 4 to 8 is when they're always hot and ready. Well, this was not hot and ready, and it took about a good 15 minutes to actually get this out of the oven, which I'm okay with. Don't get me wrong, but don't advertise it. A and B, don't tell me it's going to take about 5 minutes when it's going to take about 15. That's what the girl did, and of course, she was on the phone and not really doing her job, and so that's minus points already. She was complaining to her friend. I overheard this, and I was the only one there, mind you, complaining to her friend that, why she have to stay past, what is it, 6 o'clock now. So she was very upset that she was staying late because her other coworker was running late, and she thought she would talk on the phone while there's a customer there. Let's go ahead and dig into this after my soliloquy there. So anyway, this is kind of what it looks like. And I'll tell you right now that these pockets of, I guess I should say, the edges are a little bit raised, which makes it more like a pocket, which is okay. Usually the deep dish piece of pizza is going to have more of a burnt edge, and it's a little bit crispier and it's a little bit thinner, but this is fine. It's got a nice little crust to it. It's hot, which is fine. $10, a little steep for Little Caesars, but we'll try it anyway. Don't have any napkins, of course. Hmm. Don't have any bourbon. It's brewing. It's your average Little Caesars pizza. If you ever had their deep dish, which I'm a pretty decent fan of for the price. Now, this being $10, better be as good as, let's say, what you would get with delivery. I know Pizza Hut has like a 2 for $5 or some variation thereof. Domino's also has good deals. All right, so here's the crust. That was not much pizza. Again, the pepperoni is kind of average. The cheese is pretty average. The sauce is pretty average. Now, again, I'm not expecting much, this being Little Caesars, but this $2 for this cheese should be pretty good. Hmm. Okay, so that's a plus. The cheese is stringy. Usually, when you get a stuffed crust pizza, at least when I do, and it's delivered finally from my local and wonderful Pizza Hut, it's too cold to be kind of stringy and hot like cheese should be. This, on the other hand, is still pretty hot and it's obviously stretchy. Okay. I will give a Little Caesars this. That's a lot of cheese in that crust. Um, I do feel like $2 is reasonable here. It's a good stuffed crust. Don't get me wrong. It tastes a little bland though, I guess. Oftentimes it's 3 cheese blend or whatever. I think this has 2 cheeses in it. Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure about that. And you really just can't taste any difference from that cheese and from the mozzarella on the actual pizza. Kind of all blends together. So that's the only really downfall of it. Otherwise, the cheese is pretty good. If you like stringy cheese and you like stuffed crust pizza, this has a lot of it in there. At least mine does. So that's a good thing. Now overall, um, man, you get so much variation sometimes in places that you go. I've come to find out, and this Little Caesars just, yeah, my God, just wasn't a good experience and took a while. And the only redeeming quality is that it's a hot and fresh pizza opposed to hot and ready. So, with all that being said, is it worth $10.70 after wonderful North Carolina sales tax, which probably goes to our wonderful DMV here? Don't ask me about that. Anyway, do I think it's worth it? Maybe. I mean, it's above average, that's for sure. So, having said all that, my humble boys, girls, and of course, gifted animals, my humble blue collar fine folk, working hard at the oil fields to make a dime. I almost choke up when I say that. I think this deserves a 6.481. Yeah, I mean, it's not quite what I expected for the whole experience, and it's supposed to be hot and ready. That's an easy, 0.92 deduction already. $10, I don't mind. I really don't. I think that's a fair price for this amount of pizza. So, having said all that, God bless. Hope to see you again. And as always, you take care. Till next time, it's your casual uncle signing out.